News now from Jamaica. There are mixed reactions to the Jamaica Labour Party JLP's cabinet reshuffle. Shadow cabinet reshuffle. On Thursday, JLP and opposition leader Andrew Holness unveiled a new slate of spokespersons. The new team includes members who were isolated in the aftermath of the November 2013 leadership elections. Among them are veteran politicians Mike Henry, Rudyard Spencer and Delroy Chuck. One political commentator is lauding the move as critical to party unity.
I think the return of people like Mr. Henry is an excellent idea. And in fact, he ought not to have been isolated in the first place because despite his age, Mr. Henry continued to be one of the most influential and valuable member of the opposition, right? And also the others. It augurs the return of the others like Mr. Chuck and Mr. Rudyard Spencer and others like that. It augurs well because it shows that Mr. Holness is clearly addressing the whole business of party unity because the party unity really has been shattered ever since the leadership election of November 2013.
Meanwhile, Mr. Kane argues that the exclusion of the West Portland Member of Parliament, Darrell Vaz, and MP for West St. Thomas, James Robertson, indicates that there are unresolved issues within the JLP. Mr. Vaz is before the courts on bribery charges. He has also been critical of Holness's leadership, while Robertson has had his U.S. visa rescinded.
Right now, you really are appointing people that, I don't know that shadow people have to be traveling. Right, and even if you have what is really is not a huge legal case that is facing Mr. Vaz. So in spite of this, I don't see why that should stop you from appointing the people or showing them as prominent members of your party. After all, they are elected members. You know, they're not just people in the Senate or people out there who are party supporters, and they can be utilized fine if your court issue comes up. Then you can resign from the shadow cabinet or whatever, stand aside for a while. And if you have to travel, then somebody else can take that trip.
And another commentator, Shalman Scott, is questioning whether the JLP has proved itself as a credible alternative to the governing People's National Party.
The people of Jamaica are still not hearing what they would like to hear, which is what are the alternate policy strategies to get Jamaica out of the present fiscal drag and economic challenges that the country has been facing.
Both men have praised Mr. Holness for his inclusion of women and youths in the JLP's slate of spokespersons. And staying with more JLP matters from Jamaica, one of the opposition party's long-standing members is stepping down from his senior role in the party. Veteran politician and former Deputy Prime Minister in the Bruce Golding administration, Dr. Kenneth Baugh, will no longer shadow a portfolio. Mr. Baugh previously shadowed Health and Foreign Affairs.
Will continue in Parliament to hold the seat, to speak on national issues. In fact, you know, Ken is probably now spokesman at large because I have not met a mind that is so attuned to the issues facing the society, and he has some particular passions that extend outside of the traditional areas that he normally would speak on: foreign affairs, health.
Dr. Baugh will continue as the Member of Parliament for West Central St. Catherine. Party leader Andrew Holness says he will also be a mentor to party officials.
He has the general task of mentoring the new persons who have come to the fore in the party. So he will be leading that team of mentors. And he also has another task that I have assigned him, which is to protect and to preserve the institutional knowledge of the party. That's a big task that involves ensuring that all our policies are properly documented, ensuring that our core principles are transmitted to all who enter the party.